Hey, this is Preacher Man R&B, and this is another episode of Retro TV 91, and this time I'm reviewing Legends of Tomorrow Season 2, episode, it's either 7 or 8, and it's the fourth part of the crossover. What happened on this week's episode starts off with Heatwave, Citizen Steel, Vixen, Cisco, and Felicity, and they go back to 1952 or 58, something like that. And they go back to when the Dominators attacked the first time. And they knock out one of the Dominators. Well, Agent Smith, the old guy in the present that's been given the team head, is younger, and he captures the Legends and Cisco and Felicity and captures his Dominator, and he's torturing them. And they figure out a way to get free, and they save this Dominator. And whenever they save this Dominator, Cisco gets a transmitter from this Dominator. They let him leave and go home. Well, they go back to the prison. Now, while this is happening, we find out that the Dominators are there to capture Barry, because Barry is a threat to them. And Barry is about to give himself up to the Dominators, and the team talk him out of it. And the reason they do this is because Barry's about to leave, and Oliver tells him he's not going to let him do this, and Barry says, "You and what army?" And the rest of the team says, "Us." So they devise this plan, and Dr. Martin Stein and his daughter is trying to figure out a weapon, that way they can attack the Dominators, and she can't figure it out. And all this time, Dr. Martin Stein, half of Firestorm, he's been neglecting his daughter because he doesn't know her. And he tells Caitlin Snow that she's an aberration. She doesn't exist in the original timeline. The reason she exists is because when Martin Stein went to see his younger self in this season, he gave him a lecture, and he went and got with his wife, and they made a child. And he's been getting visions of this woman, but now he knows who she is. And at first, he wants to get rid of her. He wants to go back to time and fix his mistake that he made. But at the end of the episode, he decides he wants to keep his daughter because he's fallen in love with his daughter. He doesn't want to lose his daughter. And he tells Jay Jackson to not tell the rest of the team because he does not want to lose his daughter. And they decide not to do that. Well, there's the final fight against the Dominators happen because they come on Earth and they attack Central City first. And the team go and fight them. And Flash and Supergirl gets the devices and puts them on all the Dominators there, and then they go around the world and puts it on all the rest of the Dominators. And the rest of the team's fighting them, and they send down their meta bomb, to destroy all the metahumans. Well, Cisco and Sarah, the White Canary, get on the time ship and tractor beam it and call on Firestorm, and they use their powers to turn the bomb into water. And it takes a lot to do this, and they finally are able to do this. Well, while this is happening, Felicity asks, "Is it time to use the weapon?" And Oliver says yes, and she uses the weapon on the Dominators, and all the Dominators leave and retreat. Well, that's toward the end of the episode, and after this, the new president says that she's proud of the team and that she accepts the team or whatever. And before Carl leaves, Agent Smith comes, and Carl tells her that on Earth that they had a task force to deal with alien threats. And she tells this to the president. She likes this idea, and she likes the idea of Agent Smith going to Alaska. And after this, Cisco gives a device to Supergirl. That way she can come to their Earth anytime she wants to. And it's a communicator as well, so she can call out on their help if she needs it. And that's probably going to tie into next year's crossover somehow. My question for y'all is, now that the Dominators are gone and the teams go their separate ways, how do you think they're going to stop the threats that they're having to deal with separately? As always, it's Preacher Man R&B signing out. Guys, good. This has also been another episode of Retro TV 91. See y'all next time.